Good afternoon or good evening. This is Miss Betty on Fawn Ridge, and tonight this is going to be a easy meal, taking a break from the stove. So, do you have one of these air fryers that's sitting in your kitchen, but you never use it? You should take it out and use it because tonight I am going to do steak in the air fryer, and this air fryer it's large, so I can cook a steak, which I've already seasoned. And these are quite large, so I only do one at a time. And I just put it back in. I simply go to the steak setting, and I let it cook. And don't forget, the air fryer is not smarter than you. So you actually have to pull that steak out after it cooks. You have to determine how much time you want your steak to have, and then you flip it over and you flip it over and you cook it until you get it the way that you want it. Let me tell you, an air fryer steak is so delicious. But tonight, we are going to have a real easy meal here on Fawn Ridge because we're going to have baked potato. We're going to have steak. I got my potatoes all washed. And how many of you actually make baked potatoes? Well, I got my potatoes and I've poked holes in them, so they're already ready to go. I have some canola oil that I'm going to take. And I know everybody know how to make baked potatoes, but I'm just going to show you how I do it to make my potatoes all nice, soft, and fluffy. So you take them, and after you clean them really good, make sure you clean them good. And then you rub them in the canola oil. You can use olive oil. You can use no oil, but this will aid in the cooking time. So I've actually went ahead and put some oil on it. So I'm going to take some. I always say be ready when you start cooking, and tonight I'm not ready. So I have to apologize. But I do use kosher salt. I take the kosher salt. It's nice and coarse, and you're going to put it all on your potato. Roll your potato in the salt. Just like this. So I don't know if you can see me. Maybe I'm over too far. Let me see. Back up a little bit. Okay. So I got my potatoes, and I've rubbed them in canola oil. And then I put kosher salt on them. They are going to be ready to go in the oven. So I wrap them in foil. Really, really tight. And these are fairly large potatoes. And it's probably going to take about an hour. But the oil assists in the cooking of the potatoes. So it makes it cook a little bit quicker. So you just wrap them. Every meal don't have to be hard. All you have to do is just get everything pre-prepped, and then you're ready to go. So I got my steak ready. I got my potatoes ready. I even have my salad all washed and ready to go. So for this first potato, I'm so sorry. All I have to do is go to the steak setting. Steak, and push the start button, and I let it cook, and I'll go back and I'll flip it over and I'll let you see what it looks like, because this steak is going to be wonderful. This is going to be a nice easy meal on Fawn Ridge tonight. And I just wanted to stop in and show you how to use your air fryer. Not how to use it, but that you should use your air fryer. Do not let your air fryer sit in the corner and collect dust. I'll be right back. All right, so I have my steak cooking in the air fryer, and I, of course, use some Weber steak and chopped seasoning. This is really good, you guys. Some people don't like a lot of seasoning on their steak, but this is good, and it gives it a good taste. I have my baked potatoes in the oven on 400. I have them all oiled and little holes punched in them and wrapped in foil. and it's gonna take them about an hour. I also use the kosher salt on my potatoes. But I like onion and mushrooms on my steak. So everything that I'm going to do tonight, other than the potato, is going to be done in my air fryer. So while my steak is cooking, I'm going to actually put this bowl. It fits right in. Oops, sorry. It fits right in the air fryer. Let me put this up a little higher. And I can slide my bowl in. Slide my bowl in. And they can actually both cook at the same time. So I'm cooking my steak and I'm cooking my mushrooms and onion all at the same time. So, and my steak was kind of large tonight. If they were little ribeyes, I could have did one, but I got two and I'll put the other one in later. But that's it. And this is an easy meal tonight, and it's not gonna take me very long. So again, do not let your air fryer sit and accumulate dust. Make sure you use it. There's so many things you can do with your air fryer. You can make fries, frozen food, wings. I saw a guy the other day, he did spare ribs. I never did spare ribs in mine, but I'm going to try it, believe you me, because I'm one of those cooks that I like to try things. So, let my steak cook for the allotted time that I have on here, and then I'll turn it over and come back and show you what it looks like, okay? So, Miss Betty is that girl that like to have everything ready to go at all times. So, I buy my lettuce. I like to buy the butter lettuce, the green lettuce, and the spinach. Get you one of these nice lettuce savers. You can keep this lettuce in your refrigerator for about a week before it turns brown, as long as you cover it real tight. So I got my salad all washed and clean. I got my tomatoes ready to go. I got my vegetables in the pot cooking. And wow, when I get the plate ready, I am going to show you this wonderful meal. But the steak is still cooking. So I'm come back and let you see when I get ready to turn it over, okay? This meal is shaping up pretty good, and it's kind of pretty too. Hey guys, look at this. I got the first side of my steak is done, and look how nice it is. So pretty. And now, because the air fryer don't flip food over, I gotta flip it over, and then I'm gonna cook it for the same amount of time that I did on the first side, and then this steak will be ready. It don't take very long at all in the air fryer, and it is so juicy and plump. So this is what the back side looks like, but it won't look like that for very long. So baby, let me tell you, this is my steak that I cooked in the air fryer. It looks so good. And I bet it's gonna be good too, because it's seasoned really nice. So I have my second steak in the air fryer, but I'm gonna cut this so you can see. Look at that. All done in the air fryer, and it's all done in the inside. All scrumptious up. Let's just see what it tastes like. Oh, that is so good. This is gonna be wonderful. I didn't want to chew on camera, so I stepped back. But anyway, I got my steak done. I'm waiting on my potatoes, and I'm going to show you the finished dinner in just a moment, okay? Now remember, I put my mushroom and onion in the air fryer at the same time that I did my steak. It took a little bit longer, but I have mushrooms and onion, and I put them in some butter, and I just simply let them cook in the air fryer. So now, for those that like mushrooms on your steak, mushroom and onion, which I do, my husband don't, I have me mushrooms and onion, and there's enough left to put in a container, and I can eat these multiple times until I have to toss them. So don't forget, use your air fryer. That's what it's there for. That's why you bought it, so that you can use it. Make your cooking simple. Cooking is simply easy. This is Miss Betty on Fawn Ridge, and I'll be back to show you my dinner plate. Okay, so this is my complete meal. I made the potato in the oven. I made the mushrooms and the steak in the air fryer. I have me a wonderful salad. And isn't that a gorgeous meal? You too can do this at home. Just like I'm cooking on Fawn Ridge, you can cook at your house and make this wonderful meal. You have a great day. And it's Miss Betty. And as always, I'm cooking on Fawn Ridge.